All right, everybody, what is going on? Happy, what is this, Thursday? Yeah, or no, Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. I don't know what day it is anymore. Listen, I took like a few days off, and now I'm just completely out of the swing of things. I've totally fallen off in 3 days. But yeah, here we go. We did get a pretty large data download tonight on Global, or on JP Dokkan. Global has not had theirs yet, but it's mostly Halloween stuff, but there's also some Breakers info in here, so shout out to Proton putting together the data download threads. So that's what we're going to go through here first. And then I do have Calcs in here as well for Oolong and Launch and Easy A Deborah. So you guys can spoil yourselves there. Thank you to Minato for the translations. So, or Minato, whatever it is, man. Whatever, don't. Anyway, Proton here got it all organized for us. So data download for October 25th, 2023. We got the Tech Oolong and Launch. That is the 2023 Halloween Dokkan unit. So that's the new character. They're okay. We got the Halloween special event coming out. We got an Easy A area for the Angel Deborah, so it's getting stage 10. So if you haven't done the other Halloween characters, make sure you do this. Halloween, April Fools, all of those characters, right? So be ready to do those. There's a new burst mode being added, as well as I believe they're adding, this burst mode silver coin that you'll be able to trade in for equipment. I believe for like the burst mode categories or something. They said in the news what this was. I didn't do a video on it, but it's a JP only thing. We'll cover this more whenever it comes to global. But essentially, you'll be able to trade those in instead of just for OSTs. You'll be able to get equipment as well, which is nice. There's going to be a chain battle versus Nappa, which is very interesting. And then Baton battle number 27. Ugh, dude, Baton, Baton's going on global at the moment. There is nothing in this game I hate more than Baton. Like, if it was, I don't know, if I could just get the cards, I'd love Baton. But for me, it's like, it's always a slog to get, like, the last couple cards that I need. So, anyway, let's go through the data download thread. So this is the new unit, the Oolong and Launch right here. So this is their SSR. You guys can see, it's Oolong and Launch. There they are. And then they do awaken into like this transform state right here. They look pretty decent. We'll go over their kit in a minute. We got Colonel Violet. She's a new boss character for the new story event. That features these guys, I guess. Looks like the new event that we're going to grind these up on is going to have bonus drops for Earthbred Fighters, so that's good. That should be pretty easy for everyone to build a bonus drop team for it. Only 2 stages as well, which is nice. Usually they make these Halloween/April Fool's cards pretty easy to grind up, so hopefully that stays the same here. The Easy A area for Angel Deborah, Meaning of Life Found in Heaven. This will be where we can grind him up. That'll be pretty easy. We'll go over that whenever it comes out again on Global. These are his Awakening medals. This Easy A is certainly one of the Easy A's of all time. We got the Burst Mode, Majin Buu's Candy Mischief. It's going to be there. So, yep. Sure, why not? Yeah, we got the chain battle versus Nappa. So we got this new Nappa art in the game now. That's always fun. And then Baton battle number 27. And then these are all of the Baton cards right here. Anything look really funny that we need to point out? This is kind of funny, I guess. We got the double arm cross here. That's pretty good. Anything else that we really need to go over? We got Baby Super Saiyan 4. Look, guys, it's we got Daima right here. Pretty great. Yeah, nice. Okay, and then there's the new coin. Oh, and then by the way, Dokkan leaked the Breakers' first anniversary wallpaper. I guess this is going to be in Dokkan, like it's going to be a Dokkan wallpaper, but they leaked the theme for the Breakers' first anniversary, is that it's going to be Gogeta and Broly, so Iron Cane is over there soiling his pants. We got these new assets for the story event, which is fun. You guys will probably see these in the thumbnail. We got Launch here. Pretty fun. Yep, these are all the story event bosses. And then I guess there's some new skill orbs. Heavenly events is what this is for. Yeah, so Heavenly Events category is getting some special skill orbs. I assume that's part of the Majin Buu Saga Candy Mischief, where we'll be able to trade in the Silver Burst Mode coins for these. So that's good. Good to see that they're doing that. And then, yeah, that is the end of the data download thread. So again, thank you to Proton for organizing all of this for us. Really appreciate that. Now let's go over here. These are my calcs that I have done. I have the thread right here. I will probably link this in the description unless I forget to. But let's go ahead and take a look at translations from Minato. Let's start out with Angel Deborah. So this guy, let's just get it out of the way. This guy sucks. You guys can't see the comments over here. But yeah, this is going to be another dodge or die character, except for it's not just going to be like, well, maybe if they don't dodge, they can take like one hit. It's like, no, this guy is just going to die. His leader skill here doesn't really matter. Like, that's not a big deal. He has a 12-key super attack, which gives him 30% attack and defense for 1 turn and supreme damage to the enemy. Then he also has a unit super attack that greatly raises attack and defense. That's a 50% raise for 1 turn, supreme damage, and lowers attack. I mean, this is good, right? Like, this is a good super attack effect. Activated with a Pycon on the team. Luckily, it's just on the team, but the best Pycon that we have is now almost 3 years old. That's not good. Okay, his passive skill, attack and defense, 104% at the start of turn. He gets an additional 10% attack and defense and a chance to perform critical hit plus 4% and a chance to evade enemy attacks, including super attacks plus 4% per superclass ally on the team. So if you have a full superclass team, you're going to be getting 70% attack and defense, 28% crit chance, and 28% dodge chance. That's essentially a medium chance to crit and a medium chance to dodge. Medium chances are 30%, so that's essentially what that is right there. He gets an additional chance to perform a critical hit plus 10% and chance to evade enemy attacks, including super attacks, plus 4% per Otherworld Warrior category ally attacking in the same turn. So you get basically an additional, like, 10%, because this includes himself, right? Normally it would say, like, exclude self if it didn't include him. So you're going to be getting, like, a base 10% crit chance and 4% dodge chance added into whatever, you have going on up here. So, I mean, that's getting him closer to maybe, like, I don't know. You're getting up to like closer to 50% crit chance, I guess, and then you're, I don't know, just barely over 30% dodge chance. But I guess if you have it all active, it could be, what would that be? You'd be getting an additional 12%. So 12 into 28 would be what, 40? You'd get an addition, you'd have a 40% chance to dodge with like all of these active, and then like a, what is that, 48% chance to crit? No, this would be a 28 plus 30. So it'd be a 58% chance to crit. Sure. He does give superclass allies 4 key and 40% attack and defense. I mean, that's good. Like, obviously, that's good. An additional 104% attack and defense when the enemy is in the attack or defense down status. No major bosses can really have this effect applied to them, so this isn't great. But for maybe Super Battle Road, this could be decent. I mean, it's a free-to-play unit. I don't know how scrutinous I want to be with these guys. Because, like, I have very low expectations for them at this point. It's like we got Master Roshi for the 6th anniversary, and then we got, like, Golden Week this year, but, I mean, for the most part, free-to-play units really aren't good. I don't know if that's good, but it's just where my expectations are at this point, is that I expect them to be decent for, like, Super Battle Road or something, and that's all they're really used for. And then he does recover 10% HP at the end of the turn and recovers an additional 4% HP when there's another Otherworld Warriors category ally attacking the same turn, and then he recovers HP with Candy. His links are terrible: the Innocence, More Than Meets the Eye, Gentleman, Solid Support, Master of Magic, Otherworld Warriors, and Shattering the Limit. Then his categories are Majin Buu, Saga, Siblings Bond, and Otherworld Warriors. So he doesn't have any 200%, which is really great. We can go ahead and take a look at his calcs here. So he has 96, 91k defense. If I go over here to the wiki, we can scroll down here and see his EZA stats are at 96 and 91. Or actually, this is Dokkan info, not the wiki, but you guys know what I'm talking about. No 55% calcs because, I mean, it's a free-to-play unit. It's just the way that my, calcs are set up here. I have this column, so I just filled it out. Like, it doesn't matter. Everybody should have this guy rainbowed, right? Like, it's a free-to-play unit. No 200% leader, so, normally here we multiply by 5. This time we're going to have to multiply by 4.4. That's 170 plus 170 is 340%. You add in a 1 to include the original value here. So this is what his defense goes up to there. For his links, I'm basically having him linked next to AGL Pycon, who they share Gentleman and Otherworld Warrior with. You want Pycon on the team anyway to get this guy's unit super. So, I mean, I guess, sure, why not? This top part up here assumes no support, and then down here assumes only PyCon's 30% support. But you guys can see these numbers are not very good, and this is assuming like double supers. So essentially, like if you're getting confused on this section down here, what essentially I've done is this is if you only get like just the normal 12 key super attack. This is if you only get the unit super attack. This is if you double 12 key super attack, but you don't get a unit super. And then this is if you double super, but you do get the unit super. Remember that on the unit super attack, you only get that 50% effect one time, and then the additional will be the 30%, so that's why it's 80 right here. So that's essentially the scenarios that we have going on is 30% for 112 key, 50% for 112 key, but it's the unit super, double 12 key, 30%, and then double super. One of them is the unit super, is what's going on here. But regardless, you guys can see that this guy is not doing well. And even if you have that extra 104% attack and defense right here, you can see the 104 right there. You can see this guy's defense is just not getting up to an acceptable level, even with the double super. I mean, just look at one super attack here. Like, this guy is not like doing hot, right? And then this is with support down here, so like the max he could cap out at it like is like 412. Like even if we add in, like let's add in like another 100% support in here. Let's just say you have some crazy juiced rotation and we throw in an extra 100% support right there. He's still only getting up to 500k defense. Like that's not good, obviously. And his chance to dodge isn't really super high either, so I don't know where you're going to get use out of this guy, but needless to say, he is trash. But anyway, next up we have Oolong and Launch. This is the new character this year. They have not easy aid yet. You know, here's their card art. Again, thank you to Minato for the translations. Leader skill is, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Their 12 key super attack just raises defense for one turn and seals. I mean, that's fine. Their passive skill is 560% attack and defense at the start of turn. Attack and defense minus 60%, up to 300%, and chance to evade enemy attacks, including super attacks, plus 10%, up to 50% at the start of each turn. So essentially what that means is they actually have 500% attack and defense at the start of turn, and 10% dodge chance, and every single time they are on rotation, or no, at the start of each turn. So I think this is going to go down on turns where they're not on rotation, I think. I'm not totally sure. We'll have to wait and see in game how this ends up working. It doesn't really matter. The point being is that they're strong at the start of the fight, and then as the fight goes on, they get weaker, but they gain dodge chance to compensate. So maybe this unit could be decent. What typing are they? I totally forgot to look at what typing they are. Let's go here real quick. They're tech. So you probably don't want to use them against Merge Zamasu. But, like, maybe you could get some use out of this unit, like, some, like, fringe red zone stages, which is nice, just based on what I've calced so far. But, I mean, this is at least, like, decent unit design, right? They start out strong, they get weaker, but you trade off the stats for a 50% chance to dodge, which for a lot of characters is going to be more valuable than the stats, because, like, the stats, like, they can only get so high for a free-to-play unit. I mean, you can make a free-to-play unit good, but you guys know what I mean, right? So it's like, the 50% chance to dodge could be more beneficial to you than, like, this 500% attack and defense, whatever, it doesn't matter. Key 2, medium chance to perform an additional super attack, and starting from the 5th turn from appearance, performs an additional super attack when there's another Earthlings category ally attacking in the same turn. This unit's only 200% leader skill is Yamcha, so you're probably going to have this active. Then they recover HP with candy. Their links are horrible. Flee, More Than Meets the Eye, Metamorphosis, Berserker, The Incredible Adventure, Get Into the Dragon Ball, and Shattering the Limit. Categories are Dragon Ball Saga, Earthlings, Joined Forces, and Earthbred Fighters. One thing you guys may notice here, though, is that these links almost perfectly line up with Launch. You guys know I did my videos on her yesterday, or I guess... yeah, at this point it is yesterday because I'm recording this at midnight. But yeah, her like they share 6 links with Launch. And then the 7th link you can occasionally get active because of Yajirobe. So I do have that worked into my calcs. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So you can see that their stats right here, they have 8,183k or 8,183 defense at the start of turn. And then I've worked out just like a little summary of the links over here. You guys can't really see it, but essentially we're getting 10% from Metamorphosis, 7% from Incredible Adventure, and 5% from Shattering the Limit. That's with physical launch. And then occasionally we will have more than meets the eye for Yajirobe from Yajirobe, like floating around on the Yamcha team. So, sometimes we'll have 22% up, and that's what this left column right here is calculating. And then sometimes we'll have 32% up, and that's what this column is calculating right here. Although, like, this, like, top section right here, like, these 4 boxes do not include support, which, like, technically in this scenario that I'm creating here with them next to physical launch, they should have Yajirobe support active here, which is why I have this bottom section down here where they're getting a bunch of support. But I don't know. Let's say hypothetically you can get all of their links active and you don't have support. That's what we would be looking at with these 4 boxes right here. So their defense is 8183. They do have a 200% leader. It's Yamcha, so that's where we multiply by 5 right there. 22% from links. Again, that's this number right here. That's Metamorphosis 10%, Incredible Adventure 7%, and Shattering the Limit 5% with physical launch. I don't know that you're using physical launch anywhere, but I don't know that you're using this character in a spot where physical launch can't be brought, so you guys just let me know how that goes for you. 500% at the start of turn here, so we multiply by 6. Again, that's 500% plus 1 to include this original value, and then they get 30% on super attack, and they can triple super, so times 1.3, 1.6, and 1.9 to this number. So you can see that it can get up to, like, some decent stats right here. If they triple super. I mean, let's say you only double super. I'd say double supering would be decently common for these guys. I mean, they're getting up to like some okay stats, right? For like a free-to-play non-EZA unit. That's also going to be getting dodge chance as they go on. And then down here, this is kind of like their floor. This is where they'll bottom out at once they get the, because they lose 300%, right? So you take 560 minus 300 is 260. So this is kind of where they bottom out at start a turn. And then they get, this amount, just depending on how many super attacks they do. So already they're, like, better than physical Tempora, right? Like, it takes them several turns to get here. And this is, like, already higher. And they have, like, a higher dodge chance. So that's good. And then down here, this is with support. Basically, the supports that I have factored in down here are Bulma's 37%, and then Yajirobe's 20%. That's what's going on here, is essentially we're only getting the floating support. So we have Bulma's, support right here, which is 37%, and then Yajirobe gives 20% if he's floating in slot 3. So that's what we're getting right here. And then in this situation where we actually have, Yajirobe on rotation, which is what I was factoring in with these links, right, was more than meets the eye. He actually gives 50% if he's on rotation. So 50% plus 37% is 87% support. And you can see, like, they get up to some respectable numbers here with the defense. So take that information as you will, but it seems like this actually is a pretty decent free-to-play unit. Not like the craziest we've seen all year, but they seem competent at least, so let me know what you guys think about Oolong and Launch and, the Garbage Man right up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I believe we've gone over everything from this data download thread. We can refresh Twitter real quick, see if anybody's saying anything else. We got, again, Iron Cane, just like, somebody buy him some new jeans, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's having a good time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you again to Proton and Minato for, getting this stuff done for us. And then I just summarized some of it here in a thread. I'll link both of these threads in the description. We have this one, and then we also have Protons. So I will link those in the description. Let me know. We're going to get out of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to catch you guys next time.